this in other videos because you can't shut me up about it. But I thought I would specifically, purposefully talk about it in this video because both of these shoes are barefoot shoes. So, first of all, I guess, what is a barefoot shoe? Here, let me take the padding out. So basically, I mean, it is what it sounds like it is. Like, it's as close to barefoot as you can get while still having, like, protection for the bottom of your feet. So as you can see, there's not a lot there. So I started wearing barefoot shoes because I was spraining my ankle a lot on the trails, and it got to the point where I was very worried that, like, if I sprained my ankle again, like, I would do irreparable damage. Is that how you say that word? And the problem I was having was that no matter what type of shoe I wore, anything that had even a tiny bit of sole created this, like, fulcrum effect where it would, just fall over. And so I was like, alright, I need to be even lower to the ground. I need to be able to feel what is happening under my feet. So I got my first pair of barefoot shoes. And, knock on wood, I have not sprained an ankle since I started wearing my barefoot shoes on the trails. Because I can feel underneath my feet. There's nothing is harder on your joints. But I was like, what if it's the shoes? What if it's the shoes I'm wearing? Because I would wear padded, like, running shoes. And so I was like, alright, I'm gonna do a little experiment. I'm gonna start wearing my barefoot shoes when we walk and when we go to the gym and see what happens. And I've been doing that since last summer. And I am optimistic. Like, I feel like it's been going very well, and I haven't been having as much joint pain. So, I bought these because my old ones had, like I said, were so worn down. They had like a hole. They have holes in the sole, so I needed new shoes. Anyways, but I also wanted to buy a pair of like casual barefoot shoes because, like, if I'm going somewhere where I'm not exercising or whatever, like going to someone's house or whatever, and I want to wear a pair of like casual shoes, they're not barefoot. You know, generally people don't wear barefoot shoes. So I wanted a pair of like cute barefoot shoes that I could wear like just in my general day-to-day life if I'm going to like a social event or something. And I wanted them to be kind of like cute. And also I would just wear my barefoot shoes for that. Like, I don't really care what they look like, but they kind of started to smell bad because I like walk through creeks and whatever. So I was like, well, maybe I need a separate pair for that sort of thing. So that is where the second pair of shoes I got came in. So let's tap on those. So these are the other pair of shoes I got, and I have not worn these yet, so we can do plenty of sole tapping. But basically, these are actually have more of a padding than I'm used to. But the main point is that you want it to be like flat, you know? You don't want any rise in the heel. And also with barefoot shoes, you typically have a wide toe so that your toes can like naturally splay out. These are really comfortable. The brand is, I don't know how you say that, Whiten. I got them off Amazon and they were like $40, which like I feel like is pretty cheap. And I thought they were cute. They look like, I don't know, skater shoes or something. But I'm gonna wear these like for like everyday sort of like casual, non-exercising, which isn't super common, but I just wanted to have a pair of barefoot shoes that I could wear in like casual settings because I want to continue being barefoot because it seems to be quite beneficial for me. And the thought process behind this is, you know, we've been wearing padded shoes for all our life, like literally since we were small children, we've had shoes on. And so, because like it takes some of the hard work off of your feet, those muscles are less used and less strong. And so what I want to do is be as strong as possible. So I want to be barefoot so that those muscles are stronger and sort of, I don't know, more natural, I guess. That being said, you should not jump straight to barefoot shoes if you like the sound calves, strain your calf muscle. I've strained my calf muscle, I think three times. Not any time recently. But I do feel that my calf is a lot stronger now, and that's also because I go to the gym every week. And this has been like a long-term process for me that I've been working on for a long time. So like, and I'm also not saying that this is for everyone, because I understand everyone's body is different and some people need support. So I'm not saying like you should go barefoot. I just like to talk about it because it's really interesting to me, and I like it a lot. The other thing with typical shoes is they tend to have a very narrow toe box, and with barefoot shoes you have a much wider toe box, because when you are naturally walking barefoot, your toes would splay out. But because our feet have been in these like narrow toe boxes, they are kind of like squished, you know? So that's another thing. That's another like effect of like modern shoes, I guess you could say. It's all very interesting, but like I said, it's not something you can like jump into. It takes years to get to the point that I am at, where I can be barefoot all the time and not have any issues. And some people run barefoot as well. I've only run barefoot on trails, and this was years ago because I haven't been able to run because of my injuries. And I'm not sure I ever will be able to run consistently ever again, and I'm okay with that. It's just like very hard on my body because of the connective tissue stuff. But some people run barefoot as well. I'm not sure if my body, like if I was in running, if my body was capable of running right now, like no injuries, whatever, I'm not sure if the impact of running barefoot, like if it could handle, like I would like to think it could, but I don't think my body doesn't like running, like the impact of running, it always leads to injury for me. So I kind of made peace with the fact that like I can't run, and that's okay. I can hike, I can walk, also some rambling that is actually, on topic today. So I hope it was interesting. I hope you enjoyed the taps. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Like I said, I'm not like an expert. I'm not a medical professional, blah, blah, blah. If you have issues, talk to your doctor. Do your own research, whatever. I'm not suggesting you do what I did. I'm just talking about my experience.